Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel once again. I am Samuel. In today's video I am going to show you tools that all graphic designers must use. So I have noticed that as a graphic designer, once in a while you need help to simplify your workflow. Okay, there are times that you may be working on a document or you may be working on a design and you need to get a color from a particular place or from a particular image or from a particular reference. Okay, now some of these tools I'm going to be showing you will help you do that. In another scenario, you may be in need of a font, a very good font for your design. All right, or in another scenario, you might need to copy a text from somewhere and put into your design. In another scenario also, maybe you want to remove the background of an image or to get color ideas. So in this video I am going to be showing you at least 5 tools that you can use as a graphic designer to help simplify your workflow. Okay, so on my screen is a blank document. I need to create a gradient from different colors as shown on my web page. Okay, let's assume I want to create something similar to this, all right, as the gradient for this particular background. Right now, what I need to do is to use a tool called color picker. You see, color picker, right? I'm going to use the tool to get the specific colors in the gradients and apply to my document. Okay, so I'll go back to my browser and then open up my tool, color picker, and then I'm going to use this eyedropper or color picker tool to pick a particular shade of the image or the color before me. Then I'll copy the hex code. When I do that, I go back to my design, right, and then go to the gradient settings and then apply one of the colors to it. I'll just click paste and apply the color to it. Now I still need this particular shade of the color, so what do? I get back to my color picker once again, pick the color. If you notice, it's slightly brighter than the previous color. Then I'll add the color here, double click on it, and then paste. Right now I'll go back to the web page again, get my color picker, pick this particular shade of the color, copy it, go back to Photoshop, create another shade of the color, right? Then go back to the document, finally pick this color and then add it to the document, or add it here. Click OK. You see that from a blank document like this or like this, right, we've gotten something like this. And this is useful for your design because when you are designing, sometimes you need gradients, especially gold color, because people are fond of using gold color. They love the color. All right, so this is one way of simplifying your workflow using color picker. All right, so without wasting much of your time, we'll go to the next one. So the next tool we are going to be reviewing is Google Fonts. So I'll go to my browser and type fonts.google.com. It opens up the web page. Let's assume that I want to say this is me. If you've seen If you've seen this movie, okay, if you've seen this movie, The Greatest Showman, right? You know, one of the songs is "This Is Me." All right. So let's assume that I want to put a text here that says "This is me," and I want it to look really good. Okay, so I'll type that in. Right now, I'll enlarge my text. This is me. Right now, let's assume that I am looking to get something really nice for this font. What I would do is I'll copy the same text, right? Go back to my browser, then on the Google Fonts page, right, in this place that says type something, you put your cursor and then you paste, right, and then it will show you a preview of different fonts. Oh, it's not showing, so I'll refresh my page and see. Okay, you see, so it's giving me a preview of different fonts that I can use. As a matter of fact, I can choose fonts based on category. For instance, let's assume that I want it to look like a handwriting. Okay, what I'm doing, I want it to look like a handwriting, so I'll deselect some of the categories until I get what I want. For instance, you see this sassafras looks really nice. Okay, there's this one also, there's this. You see, there are different shades of handwriting kind of font or cursive kind of font that you can choose from. Okay, so I'll just go with this and then I'll download it. Okay, I'll just say download font family, then it will be downloaded for me. You see, okay, so I already have the font on my laptop, so I'll just go to my characters panel, and then I'll type sassy. You see, sassafras. Alright, so it has updated. You see, it looks better than what we had initially, right? Okay, so we'll head on to the next tool on my list. The next tool I have on my list is ShareX. Okay, let's assume that you have a client that gave you a picture. Let me look for a good picture and show you. Okay, so you have a client that gave you a picture. Alright, so you have a client that gave you a picture, for instance the one on my screen, and said, okay, I need you to use the text on this design for my own design. You know, it happens as designers, it happens. Now, a simple way of doing this, instead of going to your Photoshop or to your Corel and begin to type in everything one by one, there is a way for you to be able to get this text using an AI tool called ShareX. Okay, so go to the browser and just search for ShareX. Okay, when you search for ShareX, and you just get it downloaded. It's simple. Okay, but this is my own copy of ShareX. I use it a lot. Alright, so let's assume that we pull up this same image, right? I've created a shortcut on my own PC that anytime I press F9, when I press F9, the ShareX app activates, okay, provided it is open, it activates, and then it allows me to get text by simply highlighting. So I've highlighted on the text, okay, it made a sound, right? Then it will give me a pop-up with the text. Okay, so you see, so it has given me the same text, you see, comfortable to wear, foldable design, 118-inch long, you see. So all of those text, it has gotten it for me. So instead of typing every of the text or all of the text on my own, right, I've used this tool to simply highlight and then get the text. Okay, now so we'll just head to the next video. All right, the next video is remove.bg. When you search for remove.bg on your browser, let's assume that you have a work to do. You know, it happens that you need to remove a background, but you don't have time. You don't want to face that stress of going over and removing the background from scratch. Okay, so you can use an AI tool to help you remove the background of your image, whatever the image. Okay, so for instance, you go to remove.bg, right? When you open to remove.bg, you now upload the picture you want to remove the background for. Okay, now I'll select an image from my PC. I already have an image I want to remove the background for. I want to remove the background for this particular image. Now I can go into Photoshop and remove it. You know, we can do that. We have that power. We can do that. But I want to use an AI tool to just do it, so that even me, I would rest. You get? No, being a graphic designer doesn't mean you have to suffer. It just means that you know your way around the software, you know the principles, and you know how to carry yourself around designs. So instead of going and removing everything from scratch, I'll just use this AI tool before me, right, to remove the background. So what I need to do is to upload the image. Okay, the image number is 1443. Okay, so I'll upload the image. Right, and then wait for it to upload. Then at the same time, it's going to work its magic all at once. So I'll wait for it to do what it needs to do. You see, it's saying that removing background or removed background. You see, so very quickly. So depending on your workflow, sometimes you don't need to remove backgrounds yourself. You can just use the AI to remove your background. All right, so we'll head on to the next tool. The next tool is Adobe Color. Okay, so very similar to the one we reviewed firstly. You can go to your browser and then search for Adobe Color. Okay, so when it opens up, you now go ahead and open their website, which is color.adobe.com. Okay, so the website is open. Now on the website, you have several color rules here. You see, you have analogous, you have monochromatic, you have triad, you have complementary, split complementary, double split complementary, square, compound, right, shades, and then also custom. Then you also have the option of uploading images and getting the colors on them. Okay, or you upload images and get gradients from them. You see, so with this tool, as a designer, if you are designing something that needs to have several flavors of colors and contrast, then you can use this tool. Okay, so simply you can click and drag the handles so that you can obtain different sets of colors. Okay, so on my screen I am doing that. I am on analogous, right? So you see that different shades have been picked out for me based on how I drag. You see, if I go to monochromatic, which means that one chrome or one variation of color or one variation of a group of color, you see, so I am on green and then it's giving me several variations. So you can use this tool to generate as many contrasting colors as possible, because if you are doing designs, there are times that you need contrast to make your design pop. Alright, so this is why this tool is useful. So you can use this one to get colors from images, and then you can also use this one to extract gradients from images. So that brings us to the end of this video. Make sure you click like, you subscribe, and then you watch out for more videos like this from me. Once again, I am Samuel. Thank you for taking out the time to go through this tutorial.